inside the rotunda for President Trump's swearing in, I'm telling you guys, it was surreal. The entire Trump family, they shined like a new dawn. The man whose approach and policies dominated global politics for the past decade, back in charge. And his message was, at its core, very optimistic and very forward-looking.
The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
So why was putting America first, why was that ever controversial to anyone? If you're an American, it should be your instinct. Just like you put your country first, put America first. Your family's first, America's your family. We're all family. And when family is hurt or threatened, family stands together. So we asked for God's intervention, and today it was clear that Trump believes his presidency is divinely inspired and was divinely protected during the campaign.
Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
And I watched as the old guard, they walked in, figures with their own White House biographies. The Clintons, Bush, Obama, and they're all smart enough to know that today was not just a repudiation of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. It was a crushing defeat for all of their worldviews. Now, the occasional flashes of bitterness and disbelief, can't really blame them, I guess. It was on their faces. It was all very visceral. And although Biden himself, he seemed a little befuddled by it all. I was up close watching it. But to all of them, Trump's comeback, it wasn't historic. It was an enraging indictment of the American voter, who they think isn't sophisticated enough to understand how dangerous Trump is. And of course, it wouldn't be a Trump speech without his reminding us of just how badly they screwed it up. They screwed the country up. That's why he's here, after all. So a politicized DOJ, open borders, inflationary spending, more war.
My recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal and all of these many betrayals that have taken place, and to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over.
And the sheer sight of the tech titans who lined up behind Trump, trillions in wealth controlled and generated. Is their desire to make Trump successful real? Besides Musk, well, we'll see. Now, I had the chance to chat briefly with Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Sergey Brin. Now, all of them seemed oddly relieved to be here, to be there. They were very nice, but undoubtedly Trump's agenda won't always make them happy, nor should it. But as I told one of them, their life of entrepreneurship and ambition, it really naturally should find a home within the Republican Party, because after all, merit reigns supreme in computer science and engineering, and it should across the entire employment spectrum. Advances in technology makes what we thought impossible possible. It's inspiring.
Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken. I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
And I love it. We're now looking at Donald Trump's motorcade leaving the Capital One Arena. Little easier job getting through D.C. when you have it all cleared out. So he's heading back home, back to the White House. And the moving boxes, Biden's are out. Trump's already set up the Oval Office. The Diet Coke button is back. But it's governing time. And governing, we know, is not easy, especially with such a slim majority. But Trump got going today with a flurry of executive orders, ranging from immigration to limiting regulations, pulling some of them back. He even did the signings in public, which I love. No more behind closed doors nonsense. In all of my political commentary years, and it's been like almost 3 decades, this right now, this is exciting. This is the best chance that all of us have had in decades to put the interests of the American people, the average American, first. Last time in office, remember, Donald Trump is sitting in that beast of a car right now. He was derailed by lawfare, impeachment, and COVID. But now is a new day. And the Democrats have been completely discredited and disgraced by the last round of pardons from Biden. Oh boy, we're going to get into that. More on that later. So tonight, as we're watching President Trump go back to the White House, quick change of clothes before he comes here to the Liberty Ball, we urge the Republicans and the House and Senate, you got the majority, most of whom are there because of President Trump's popularity, to support his efforts to reform the government and move this country in a common sense direction. If Republicans fight Trump, if they resist his agenda on immigration or spending cuts, trade, foreign policy, this celebration tonight, it won't seem as historic in hindsight. It'll just seem like another opportunity wasted in Washington. But if Republicans take this whole day and this whole night in, they help push Trump through his agenda, help push it through regardless of the lawsuits and the left-wing attacks, this can truly be, I am telling you, a new golden age for America. There he goes. And that's The Angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.